Hello, good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you? How I hope everybody is well. Hey, how is everybody enjoying their um, Friday evening? I lost the days then. I'm sure I'm going to be by me. Sorry about my hair. I'm being wind swept everywhere. Okay, I'm waiting for Maxine McLaren, and she should be on due on any moment. Um, Probably delay, probably. Um, But there you go. I hope everybody's feeling well. I hope everybody's had a good week. I hope everybody is in good health. Anyway, who watched the England game yesterday? What a good result. 4-0. 4-0, yeah. 4-0 to England. Yes, go on, boys. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I see that everybody is back in Parliament now. Only for a short while Guy Fawkes is getting ready. So we're just waiting for Maxine. Oh, I know she's here now. Um, Here we go.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I was just chatting away, kind of like wasting a bit of time. So, really, what I want to talk about is what you've been up to.
Well, we did a lot more gigs this summer. So that was fun. We're still continuing with, with live music here. So going into the fall a little bit with that. And I am heading over to my neighboring province in 2 weeks to record Nova Scotia Forever Strong. It got put off, put off, and put off. But finally, it's going to happen on the 21st, I think it is, or the 20th of this month. And what else is going on? I was nominated for a Josie Music Award, so that's going to be happening the middle of this month. And I was really hoping to get to Nashville, but it's not that easy to get there with COVID and all of that stuff. And I was also nominated at the Fair Play Music Awards based out of Holland. So I think it's this Saturday that we find out, or next Saturday.
Well, wish you
So,
good luck for that.
pardon? Thank you.
I
Yeah,
I wish you all the best for that.
thank you. It's exciting and it's fun and yeah, it's September's going to be a bonus month. A good month.
Good, good. And when are you kind of like so but recording again? Um, some people have been asking me in the last month where can they find some of your music, and I I've got to put my hands up because I've lost your website somewhere.
That's quite okay. I'll give it to you now. It's
Okay.
www.maxinemusic.ca. It's really simple. It's really easy to
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will put that down. I'm
And
sorry about
also,
that. I really apologise for that. People kept on saying to me, "Can I have Maxine's website?" And I said, "Because the trouble is, everything has changed here. Because we're on radio too. We're on radio now, and we're on radio podcasts and everything. And the trouble is, I think all my information has gone on the radio side, and
oh,
I haven't
okay.
got anything here.
Okay. Okay.
So I apologise about that.
No
Um,
worries at all. Anytime you need it, just let me know. I'd be happy
yeah,
to.
yeah. With the gigs and everything that you're doing, are you playing anywhere special?
Um, well, I don't. I have to sing at. I find this really special. I do have to sing at a funeral on Monday, so um, that's going to be special because they asked me to sing, and I very rarely refuse um, a funeral because I think music helps to heal the soul, and it will make people sad, but it will also let them release their sadness. And yeah, so that is special to me, um, that they chose me, to sing for them, and in their most vulnerable and saddest time of their lives. Um, and just the every gig that we do is is pretty special. I did a gig with a full band. They invited me to come and sing with them this past Wednesday, and it had been years since I had played with a full drum kit and piano and bass and guitar and fiddle, and
And what was that like?
it was I was nervous at first because it's loud on stage, and I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
used to that anymore, right? I'm used to a very quiet band with um, a fiddle and guitars and maybe a boran if the song calls for it. So, and then just vocals. We concentrate on the vocals, and
Yeah.
so the first set was me getting my feet wet and getting used to it again. With the second set, I had a lot more fun. It came back pretty
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what it's all about, really. It's about fun, isn't it? It's
yeah,
all about,
yeah.
you know, um,
There's always that element of nervousness, though, because you want it to come off well, and
yeah,
you want to make sure that your audience is going to remember you, because you're only as good as your last gig, right? But I did sell 5 CDs that night, so I was really happy about that.
Well, the trouble is, so see, at the end of the day, everything is done. Everything is fun, but sometimes when you do go for gigs, you never know who's watching, do you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And you got to be serious, ain't you?
yeah, yeah. You have to take it. You do. I mean, so it's good to be prepared, and I was prepared. Like I had done my vocal warm-ups, and I had played the guitar earlier in the day, and I had a set list for the band members, and I had everything that I needed in front of me. And the only things that could go wrong were technical things, which your guitar going out of tune, which is expected,
Yeah.
or the band, or me needing to have more monitor, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
What
those
is
were the
your So what? Go for it. Go for it. Go for it with me. So right, you turn up to a gig. You get out your car or whatever you got, and you're warming up. So how do you do that?
Usually I do have some extras, like some vocalises that I will do, but um I also find too, like, just singing
All right.
along to the radio while I'm driving is a good way to warm up. Uh, and I don't treat my voice. Um, I do treat it with respect. I don't abuse it. So
Yeah.
if I need more monitor, I will say I need more monitor, because there's no point in screaming and singing off pitch. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. With the songs you sing and everything, are there any? I know we've been this before, through this before, but we got some new people joining us tonight. And can you tell me what kind of songs you love singing most?
I'm a country girl at
Yeah,
heart,
yeah,
but I also like moving the camera here a little bit just to get better centered. I also like maritime folk music for where I'm from. I write originals, so I like my songs. I mean, I like them. I'm always nervous when I play them for somebody, for fear they won't like them. Um, but
Does that
I
ma- does that does that bother you if people don't like your music?
yeah, it does. It's although I've never had too many people say that to me, to my face, but it's important to me that I reach people, that they can relate to my music, that I can make them happy. Um, or if I mean, I write some sad songs too, so so if I reach people and it touches their hearts, that's very important to me, and I think to most songwriters, really.
Well, you know what it's like here. Here at at the because we have podcasts and radio, and you know that every time you come on, we get a really good response because a lot of people. No, I'm not just saying it. I'm just telling you the truth. This is why we love having you on because the response is really good, and people are out there who love you, and also they because people probably got problems and stuff, and and they can relate to things, they can kind of like, and they love it, and you know, I, I, by the way, I had an email the other day from our friend of ours who were in trouble the other day. Do you remember?
Who was it?
Remember?
Alice?
That's it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's in rehab now.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, yeah, getting help. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So she's in rehab and she'll be out. So she's in 6 weeks in rehab, and then she'll be out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get her on. But if I get you on again, I'm gonna get her on, and we can have a good chat.
Well, I'll say some prayers for Alice, that she heals quickly and well,
Yeah,
and that she, recovers
yeah,
for
yeah.
good. Yeah,
It's been a long road, and I think she's really done really well. And
that's good.
I know she's listening now. So
Is she listening now?
yeah, she's listening now on
Awesome.
the radio. Yeah,
Awesome. Hi,
so I
Alice.
yeah, she's getting there. Um, and the trouble is, because you touch, because your music, I love your music. I'm not
Thank you.
just saying it, but I do love your music. And there's some songs that touch people. Um, do you get a buzz out of that when people say, "Oh yeah, I love your music. You're helping so many."
Do I get a what? A
A
buzz?
buzz, yeah.
um, that's a good question. It's I wouldn't call it a buzz. I would call it satisfaction,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an accomplishment, because if somebody comes up, well, actually it happened the other night. I sang To the Moon and Back for the group that I was with, and um, as soon as we took a break, this lady comes up to me, and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, she introduced herself to me, and she said she knew some of my family, and she said, "Have you recorded that song?" And I said, "Yes, I have." And she said, "Well, where can I get it?" And then she told me the story about why she wanted it. So her son, who's turned 51, I think it was, they're having their first child,
Oh,
um, and it's a little girl. And so I had told them the story about why I wrote To the Moon and Back, and she came up and she needed to buy the CD right away. So that was very satisfying, and very, it was like an accomplishment for me, because um, it meant the world to her, not just me writing the song that because I love my daughter. She loved to hear it because it touched her, and is now going to be in the hands of her son and their new
well, there you
families.
go. See, so you do touch people's lives, don't you?
That's the goal, and you go through some periods of time where nobody says anything, right? I mean, you could do a show, and people
Yeah.
will say hi and good job and stuff like that, but and as artists, I think we all we need that reaffirmation,
Mm.
because you're always like wondering, you always wonder, did I do a good job? Did I I mean, I do. I don't know, maybe others don't, but I always wonder if I'm good enough, if
No offense, but I'm going to tell you something now. That I've had enough today of people inboxing me with messages going, when is Maxine on? What time is she on? Where is she on? And I said, right, she's going to be on 10 o'clock my time tonight. Do not worry, she will be on. And the trouble is, my inbox was like overflowing with
No.
messages. Honestly, I could even print them and send them to you. It was that bad.
Jeepers. I
Yeah,
don't know what to say. I have no clue what to say.
that's why we get you on. We get you on because people, really love you. They can relate and they love your music. Your music is touching people's lives, and you just sit there. And you go, right, okay, okay, and I think you need a pat on the back, don't you? You do.
Oh, I don't know.
I think you need. I think you need awards. I think you should get more awards and everything because what you're doing is really good.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Steve.
I know. You. I tell you what. You don't. Do you ever kind of like what can I say? Do you ever say, "Oh, that was good"? Do you ever praise yourself?
No, I think when things feel good on stage, you have a good night. And like when it's tight and when you you receive like an applause, like a really good applause or a standing ovation is, oh my goodness, it's the best feeling in the world when people stand on their feet to clap for you. Um, and those, thankfully are not done. We don't get those all the time, right? So
Mm,
for whatever reason, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but when they do come along, they're so great. um, it just means, that all that whole room full of people felt the same, um, in appreciation for what you do. And I think that's what drives us, and that is the good job, the pat in the back, that the praise
yeah.
of ourselves, right? That's receiving. That's an accomplishment to me. Like
Yeah.
that's
What do you want? What do you want in your out of your life, out of your music career? What do you really want?
uh, I want to record more of my music. It's expensive, so I want to record more. I want to play more. Um, I'd love to go. I would love to go on a small tour of the UK, especially. I think that would be the first place I'd want to go is the UK, rather than the States, because I think the UK are more like Canada, in the way that they appreciate things and music and people and lives and um, just in general morals. Um, Not that the United States is not great; it is. They're awesome, but I don't know. Like there's something drawing me to the UK, and I felt that pull for a while now. And so yeah, recording more, doing a little bit of traveling with my music, to to experience that, and write more, and yeah, to play more. The awards would be amazing to get. They would be amazing, but you never count on them because there's a lot of different ways you can win awards, and not all of them are some of them, they're not rigged, but they're votes and things like that. Like it's not
Fixed.
not well, yeah, kind
Yeah.
of, but
Yeah.
and it's who, if you're in an association and if you're not, and who you've got behind you and how much money your camp has, and that sort of thing. So I love, this is a really organic way to get my music across to people through people like you, and the support that you give me and the people that listen to your podcast. And I'm just really thankful that there's people like you doing what you do for people like me.
Thank you. Thank you. What? What? So what's stopping you from coming to the UK?
Again, it would be money and connections. I don't have the connections to set up um, a good, a good base tour, places to stay. I don't have an agent or anything like that. So, or, a manager or anything. So I'm just doing this by myself here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And is that one of your goals that you want to do?
I would love to do that. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to do that. It is a goal. I don't know if it's achievable, but it's a goal.
It's achievable. Yeah, it's achievable. Um, when when you're gigging where you live or whatever, does everybody kind of like do you? What kind of venues do you do? Is it bars or is it actual theaters? What is it?
It's theaters and outdoor gigs, and small halls. So we might, 200 to 300 seaters, and soft seaters, like, because bars, I don't find a lot of people are there to listen. So my type of music, except for when I am with a band or doing cover songs, is to be, it's not, how do I put this? um, I would rather the soft seating.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because you'd rather not go into bars because yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um. So do you kind of like is do you have another job on the side of your music or is this all what you do?
I did have another job, up until I was in a crash, and I was a school bus driver and a youth worker.
All right.
I had two jobs, and the music, of course, but the bus driving I had to retire from, and the youth worker as well, because if I got into a situation where I had to help somebody out of the school bus for an emergency, carry them out, I wouldn't be able to now. So it was in the best interest of my students that I stepped back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that like a church youth group or something? Was it or
What's that?
was that like a church youth group or?
No, I was used to work in family violence.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Yep. I had
Okay.
developed a program called SAVE, Students Against Violence Everywhere, and I was in the high schools delivering a program of um, I developed the program, and it was educating the students and then the community at large, um, the signs about what to look for in an abusive relationship, and the kinds of abuse that there are, because there's many kinds, and
Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah.
and we found, fun ways to do it, and we found really serious ways to do it, and
Yeah.
we had a
What was the reason? What was the reason for you to do that?
um
Sorry, am I touching a?
it's we um there was some abuse in my family home.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Move on. When you kind of so so when you were kind of like helping when you were going into the schools and everything and kind of like teaching your program, that must have been a kind of was that helping you to get through?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Good.
learned a lot, and I learned that, abuse comes from abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And um, can I kind of like touch on the? Do you mind if I touch on the abuse side of things?
Sorry?
Do you mind if I talk more about the abuse side of
No,
things, or
no,
you're
go
right?
ahead.
Have you been abused yourself?
No, not physically. No,
No, no.
no,
Okay. No.
no. I
And
was I was lucky.
'cause- yeah, yeah. It's just that some yeah. So when you kind of like helping these teenagers to get to teach them and about awareness and everything else like that, was there a lot of teenagers were being abused at home?
Yes.
How did you cope with that then?
Tried to get them, to the right sources, and trying to teach them in our group. It was a safe place where they could talk if they wanted to, or they could just take the information, process it, and go their own route of finding their own help or knowing what to look for and how to deal with it when they found it. And I mean, I had one girl. She she didn't know she was being abused. She didn't know. She thought it was normal.
Go.
You know.
Okay. Okay. We talk about abuse a lot on our shows. We had
Right.
we had some women on there, and they were talking to me. And
Yeah.
but anyway, so when you kind of like finished that plan, you moved on, and you kind of like you just went into music. Then did you?
Yeah. Once my when I had to retire there from everything, music is what healed my heart and my soul and my body. I had to rehabilitate over the course of a couple of years or more. But um, music really just, put the smile back on my face, and uh, just never. It's all I've always had it. So I've never had, like, there's been no part of my life without music. So
Yeah.
it's the constant.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? Can you say that you're in a happy place today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very happy. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
really good life here. PEI, I've got a great husband, a beautiful, wonderful daughter. I've got good friends, and yeah, life is. I'm happy.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for doing this interview with me.
Oh, thank you
It's
for
it, yeah.
thank you for always including me, and you know this is like 3 or 4 times now I've been on your show, so I'm really thankful that you want to have me back all the time.
Yeah, we love having you back, Maxine. We love it because you talk honestly with us. You talk about your music, and there's a lot of people out there who can relate to things, and that's why we have you back. Because believe it or not, you help a lot of people, and thank you so much for that. That's your star.
I'm just me.
No, you're not. You're just a star. You help everybody. Okay, guys, that's Maxine, and I tell you what, she's a lovely person. So go onto her Facebook, contact her, and go to her website. I put her website up. In the meantime, thank you and God bless you. You take
Thanks.
care of yourself. All
Thanks so
right.
much, Steve. You too.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.